Jolan Trun, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. And you see with V, we are getting closer to the end of that. And today we want to talk about another rare officer with a V in its name, or starting the name with, and that's Vemet. He is class science, which means you need science badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Nero's crew, which means if he's captain, he can get synergy from others of that crew that are on the bridge, or he can give synergy to a captain of that crew if he's on the bridge as well. And he's from the faction Romulan Star Empire, which means you need Romulan faction credits to upgrade him. And he is from Nero's crew, so he has appeared in the movie somewhere, but not so important. That's why for every officer there's a text in this info box, and this one is quite short for someone from a movie. He does have a captain maneuver, as you already could hear, and that's Romulan tenacity. And if we look at that, if the ship survives an attack that depleted its shields and it's destroyed in one of the following attacks during the same battle, the battle is lost, but Vemet heals 5% of the hull health and the ship survives. This takes precedence over the NSEA Protector's Omega-13 ship ability and does not stack. So he's a little bit like Leslie, so to speak. And they must have altered the text recently, which I'm really impressed by, because Scopely at the moment has forgotten a lot of translations already. When I do the videos in German and click on some new stuff like the previews for the 6-star ships, there's a lot of text showing in English because they forgot to translate it. And that they thought about changing the text on very old officers, because Vemet is a very early officer of that game, to bring that in line with new stuff of the game. Sometimes they're really good at that, like in this case. But there are still some other bugs which are completely bugging me, like playing wave defense on an iPad. I always crash at the first hostile in the first wave in a wave defense. Almost every time. And for months they are telling me they're working on that. But in this case, although the NSEA Protector is not that long in that game, they even thought about changing the text for Vemet. That is... makes me think, at least, if they have different quality of people working in different departments, so to speak. Nevertheless, he also does have officer ability, Feel the Heat. At the beginning of each round, if the opponent ship is burning, Vemet decreases its shield health by an amount of equal to 750% of the health of all officers on the ship. And that's just a perfect match for having Nero around. Nero brings the burning stuff, and Vemet then brings something really nice, because, as I often said, many officers increase something on your ship, and he is one of those that decreases something on the opponent, which is more rare than increasing something on your ship. And this decreasing on the opponent can be very, very helpful. So that's why Vemet is quite a nice officer. And in combination with Nero, you might think about using him from time to time. And if you have something very strong to go up to, go against, it might even be interesting to use Vela. We talked about Vela 2 days ago. To survive those fights. I don't know if you heard about the Leslie part with the Zindi aquatics, and Vela might be something you want to try there too if you have an issue with always dying there. Of course, as a rare officer, he does have 2 traits for away team assignments. That's Advisor and Cautious, and you see nowadays I'm using him only on away teams. That's why I maxed both traits that he has, and there he's really helpful for me, and he's very often out there, not just at the moment, because there are not always the same away team assignments out there that use the same traits, and at the moment I have a lot of those that don't need him, but he will be out there very soon again. And it's not that hard to get him, so you'll probably have him regularly early in this game, because he's already in the premium recruit section where you start recruiting very early, and it's not that full as the ultra recruit section, and so you have a good chance of getting Vemet here very early in the game via this already. And he's also in what I always call the overcrowded section. That's the ultra recruit section, but you have a better chance of getting Vemet charts here probably than getting epic ones. So might be a good additional way of getting shards for him if I ever find him. Yeah, there he is. That's why I call it the overcrowded one, because I have to scroll that much if I want to show you any officer. And he is in the Romulan recruit section. No, not the Romulan one, the Romulan elite. Yeah, I was making the video. You know that I'm always filming on Mondays, the full videos for the week, unless there's a new arc where I have to change my schedule. And I just talked about Vela about 15 minutes ago, and that's what led me to the Romulan section. But he's in the Romulan elite recruit, which I don't use. I get some of those tokens from missions, but I do not buy them in the Romulan faction store because they're quite expensive, and I prefer to use the faction credits for blueprints for ships. That's why I already have 2 Shipyard 60 ships, and I'm getting close to the third one because they are cool. I want to have all 3 of them. I will not upgrade all 3 of them, but I want to have them. I'm a collector. And especially in case of the level 60 ships, they are all culled from the series, so I need to have them. But I can do that because I'm not spending credits on stuff like that. For example, I get them other ways, and but if you want to choose to do so, that's why I include that in my video. Still, you can choose to get those tokens from the faction stores, and so you should know which officers you get there. And he also is in one that we will have in a few days again, I guess next week, from the point of view when I'm filming this. And that's Crucible of War. Depending on your ops level, there will be 1 or 2 recruitments for Crucible of War in here too. And there you have another chance of getting parts for Vemet. If you have him early in the game and are using him at the moment, please let us know. And maybe you want to tell us how you're using him, in what combinations. And if you're an experienced player and want to tell us how you used him in earlier times, or if you're still using him, please let us know as well, either in the comments below the video or on our Discord. And Discord, I want to tell something again. I have 2 English language Discords. One is just for STFC, and one is for a lot of other stuff, including my new horror series that I'm posting. And that's kind of one story where every video that's coming now, there are some out there already, is a chapter of a book, so to speak. And when the full series is complete, you will have a full book, so to speak, that I'm writing at the moment. I'm writing the script for every video, so it will add up to be kind of a video book in the end. And so if you want to have a look, let me know. If you want the link for my other English language Discord as well, you're very welcome to join there as well. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.